How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Daily. I'm Mo, and today we're getting it played with a little bit of Unstoppable. So I saw this on crowdfunding. I didn't back it on crowdfunding because I wasn't doing much solo, and they called this the solo series, so I didn't back it. But when I did my, I think it was Astronight's Invincible playthrough, somebody mentioned in the comments that like if I like that, or maybe it was my top games of all time, something, that they said I should check out Unstoppable because it's a great deck builder, or in this case, a deck construction card building game, and I would probably like it. So I finally got a copy, ordered it from like 3 different places, finally had to order from Renegade and pay way too much for shipping because Renegade has outrageous shipping. And that's where I've got the Power Rangers Solo, the storage box. I bought that at the same time because I'm like, if we're going to have to pay shipping, add in as much as I can. And then I realized I forgot to get the new expansion for a game I haven't played yet, but I bought all the other stuff. What is it, Eternity or something like that? I don't know. Either way, I digress. Right now, YouTube is yelling at me, so that may not be working. So this may be a not live stream when you guys watch it. We'll see what happens through the stream. But let's go ahead and flip over and give a rundown of the game. I say a brief rundown. That is not the one we want. We want this one. We don't need to be zoomed in that much. Brief rundown of the game, because of course there are a lot of playthroughs out of this game already, but maybe this is the first one you've ever seen. So in this game, like I said, it is a deck construction game. We're going to be adding cards to our deck. So again, deck building, deck construction, card construction, whatever you want to call it, as the game progresses. The cards are double-sided in a sense, because one side is going to be our cards. As you can see here, these are the 3 cards in my hand from my initial draw. And then the back side is going to be, well, what you see out here, which are our threats, right? As we buy cards based on our level where that little marker is, we will be adding new threats to those cards that we buy. In addition, we can earn credits. So of course we start with 3 credits, and then we can spend those credits to add additional upgrades to our cards. So if you notice, each card has this large window. So in that large window, you're going to be able to add a bottom, and I actually have no top cards out there. These were really weird to shuffle. I'll get to that in first impressions, maybe, if I remember. If not, I mentioned it here. But yeah, you can add these so that way when you pay the action cost, so for example, this one's an action cost of 1, you'll get whatever the card is, but then also whatever upgrades you have. So maybe upgrading a basic card, whereas most games you would be trashing them, could actually serve you as an advantage in the future. But at the same time, if you upgrade a card and trash it later, well, now you got rid of that upgrade that you paid for. The next thing are the threats. So of course, in the middle row, we are going to have to deal with the threats. The threats are based on a couple things. So the first thing is their attack. And here you can see that there's 2 attacks. There's a number 1 and there's a skull. 1 means that it has currently 1 attack, 1 defense. The skull is based on our boss. So as we level up, you'll see this number gets higher, which means that those numbers will get higher as well. So it's kind of a boss leveling or a threat leveling mechanic, because these cards, right, are going to stay coming out, right, as we play. Oh, Bella. It's when she gets up, she starts coughing. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, when she gets up, she coughs like that. And it's just, we went to the vet. The vet said, they're not worried about her cough. And I'm like, well, are you sure you're not worried about her cough? And they're like, no, we're not worried about her cough. I'm like, okay, you're the vet. So either way, so these will be leveling up as the boss levels up. That's the basics of it. We do have a couple ways to lose. One, of course, is if we run out of hit points, or we get to 0 hit points. The other is if the track gets all the way to the skull. And the third way, of course, is if we win the game by defeating whatever the conditions of the scenario are. I have not read the storybook, so there is a nice thematic storybook. I did not read this. Maybe if I like this game, I'll knock this out in a setting. But this is an entire world that they built. The new game is going to be based on Dungeon Crawler Carl. If you've never read the books, I've not listened to the audiobooks. I don't know how thematically these will tie in, but I have heard that certain elements you will be able to use. I guess maybe characters and bosses, you can just mix and match. The cards, I believe, are going to be stuck with one or the other. I don't know if the cards are stuck with the characters or cards are stuck with the bosses. That is another option. I decided this boss because it is more of a story, more of a thematic, like dungeon crawl type thing, because we're going to be going through this deck. It is not the one they recommend you playing first, but everybody else has already played the one that they recommend you playing first. And then I went and looked, and everybody's played this one and the other one as well. There's only 3 bosses in the box. So either way, that's why I chose this box. All right, so I guess we will read some flavor text after I take a drink, and then we will get to playing. All right, so I am using the Kickstarter character, which of course I had to buy the expansion, I think Tyrant's End or something like that. So I am using her. This is Roux Silver. Starting cards: Dot Pet, Vine Spur, Heir to the Throne, Indebted Counselor. Okay, so those are her 3 cards that get added to the deck, and then there are 7 generic cards to give you your 10. Focuses on using and refreshing allies. That's good to know that I read that, so that means I want to focus on allies. Sometimes an ally, sometimes an enemy, and always dangerous. Roux Silver often appears where you least expect her. Though she's the chosen heir of the Silver Monarchy, Roux's fierce independent streak leads her into trouble. Now she's in deep with the cult of the Harbinger, and her actions threaten all 3 planets. So I know, I skimmed, I know the story has to do with this guy here, Kai Silver. So this is his sister, and I briefly skimmed back here on the back, and it mentions something about Silver, and then of course we see his sister there. So I think I'm playing as the bad guy. I think I'm playing as the bad guy. Or I guess it depends which side you're on. Maybe you think you're doing good for the world. All right, and we are going up against Duomo's, we're going to say Duomo's Menace. It was 10 years ago that the incident in Andrea Duomo's robotic research lab created android sentience entirely by accident. Since that fateful day, those sentient androids have been spreading across the star system, uplifting any of their kindred with enough processing capabilities to accept enlightenment. These spacefaring nomads have formed a loose society of their own. 2 of Domo's creations, I guess it's Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto? That makes sense. Is a pair of prototype war droids, have recently turned to piracy, conducting raids on council transports between Ceres II and other planets. You've caught wind that the Celestial Council is in search of an enterprising individual willing to take on the menace posed by the android marauders. Has posted a private bounty. The credits and influence this job provides could prove quite useful. So thematically, her going against these guys doesn't make sense. But we find the Menace cards. We've got that. We put 0-1 directly in play. We've got that. We'll read that in a second. Stack the remaining cards. We've got that. And then we're going to construct the boss deck with the C2, the Series 2 deck. And then place the shuffle deck face down and then flip this mat over. All right, so we're going to put this on 0. Boss effects. So when a card enters play, place it next to this boss art side up. When a card leaves play, return it to its original position in the deck. Most boss cards describe a scenario and offer multiple choices with costs. When you pay the cost for a choice, flip the card to read the matching outcome. Some cards have a exclamation point effect. These effects resolve automatically, so I guess instant effect. To defeat the boss, read the ending outcome on a boss card. So we want to go through until we find an ending of some sort, right? So the first thing, talk to the inventor. Track Andrea Duomo to his lavish penthouse apartment on Ceres 2. When you ask after the pirates, Duomo growls melancholy. Growls melancholy. That's weird. My greatest triumph, android sentience. And what do my children do with it? Crime. Ungrateful little bolt buckets. You gather that one of her prototype war droids, Jerko, has set up shop in Mithras. The other, Skagrin, works for a hidden base in Virenos. It seems you'll need to get off-world. All right, so when each player, there's only one player, gets level 2, then we get to choose a destination, either Mithras or Virenos, and we flip the card and read the matching text. So we just choose where we want to go. All right. So that is that. That is something I didn't mention also. It can be played as a 2-player co-op game. I guess I didn't notice that on the campaign page to do, or maybe when I saw it, I was thinking, oh, this is just why am I changing the camera? I think the extra life didn't go off, so I'm trying to figure out why. There. All right, so I think we fixed that. We got that working now. All right. So yeah, so that time it worked. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Either way, for those of you guys aren't aware, we are of course supporting extra life charities. You can down link below donate 2 extra life. That does impact games that I play, as well as we are doing culling for charity. I have a video up explaining that, but basically you can get the games that we're culling that I no longer want to play. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's make sure I've got this turned up. No. I want the turn. Oh, the turn. Here we go. Let's hit upkeep phase. So gain 3 action points. We've done that. Refresh all alloys. Don't need to do that. Resolve any upkeep effects. There aren't any. Draft phase. Draw 3 cards from our current level. So this is every round we're going to be able to get new cards. So we have 3 cards here. We have 2 tactics and an ally. She likes allies. Now, the factions that are on the cards do play a factor because certain abilities will want you to do that. So, this one here, 1 cost card. If I get to move the marker, which will allow me to buy higher level cards even if I'm not leveled up. If you have 5 health or less, deal 2 damage. So this one is later after I've taken damage would come in handy. This one here moves the marker up as well. Focus, coins. Focus X is the number of cards this faction is in hand or play. So basically I will get credits based on the other number of these guys that I have. And then this one here is an ally. I can exhaust him to get an action token and a guard. I think as a starting, since none of these are going to give me attack, I think that is the one I want to go with. All right, so these go to the bottom of the deck. And then I take this card. I do not look at the other side of the card. And then we just slide our new card into it. And then this goes into our hand. So we start with a 4-card hand. Now we want to get rid of these guys because if we don't, they're going to hit me. This one is Rage. Rage, during the threat phase, for each rage threat on the battlefield, discard 1 ally from play. So we kind of want to get rid of him if I'm going to put this ally into play. But I only have 3 actions. I could get a 4th action. I think let's go ahead and get him out as soon as possible. So we're going to play him for 1 action. We're going to go ahead and exhaust him to get our 1 action back and a shield, because we're not going to be able to take everybody out because I've only got 3 things. I also have the one that's in the ready area. They'll be coming out next, and we know that he's fast. So because he's fast, he doesn't count as one of the 3 that needs to be out here. So we will do 1 action to attack. Really doesn't matter which guy I leave. I don't want to leave this guy up there. So we're going to do 1 action, 2 actions to do 2 attacks on this guy. So this card comes to our hand. And then we will spend our last action because this costs 2, so I'm not going to be able to do this. It is an ally though, so I will be able to put him out. Now, one thing that you can, you probably barely see on the camera is there are icons here. This will tell you what type of effect the card on the other side has. So for example, here, this shows that it's an attack as well as an action, costs 1 action. This one here basically is 2 actions, and then you can exhaust it knowing that, so you know it's an ally because it's a blue card, to conspire. Well, not blue card, but the faction, the blue faction. And then I can conspire. All right, so for our 3rd action, we're going to do the, oh, forgot, I got 1, so I got 1 credit when I did that. So I wonder if I should have upgraded this guy first. Before I played him, maybe I should have upgraded him first. So that, I didn't think about that, I forgot about that. So for 3, I can get this, which means every time I use him, I'd get 2 more actions. That's powerful. This one here, if I have 5 or less health, gain 2 and move that up. That's pretty good too. And 2. I think I'd rather do this. So I should have spent my 3 to do this. Right? And then this would have upgraded him. I should have done that before I played him. So you slide him in between is what it says. All right. So then when I used him, I would have actually gotten 3 total action backs instead of 1. So we'll just put the extra 2 that I should have gotten on there. Now we'll continue. We got my free credit when I defeated this guy. For 1, we will go ahead and defeat. These are the same. I'm going to get the same card, which is basically another strike. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll spend that action to do this strike. And then we get this one in our hand. So we had 1 action we didn't get to use, but that's fine. And then this is our discard pile. That will eventually be used to put back here. All right. Threat phase, take damage from active threat. There aren't any. Lose 1 armor health for each damage. There isn't any. Cleanup phase, discard all played tactics. Just did. Lose all unspent action points. Just did. Reset armor to 0. So I got that armor, didn't need it. Refill the battlefield with active threats. We're going to do 3 threats. This one doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3. We have 2 with taunt. So these 2 we will have to take out first. We have to take both those guys out first. All right. Advanced danger by 1. So we are still in 0. So that's good. All right. And then we go back to the upkeep phase. Oh, forgot to unexhaust my guy there. Gain 3 action points. Well, actually, it's in this step. I refresh all my allies. And resolve any upkeep effects. There are no upkeep effects. Draft phase, we get to draw 3 cards. We are still in level 1, 2, 3. Now, for this other card to get a benefit, this Conspire, requires another card of this faction in hand or in play. So I have to have another one, and right now that's my only one. So it may be best to get him. Same thing, he wants to Conspire 1, and he's going to give me an armor. This other guy is going to give me attack, and I like that attack. So I'm thinking he's probably what I'm going to get. This one here, bargain 4. So this one here, you have to pay 4, but for each one of this particular faction, it reduces that amount. And then this guy here is a tactic. I don't have any bonus, but he just gives me more actions. I already have actions, so I do think that this is the guy we're going to go with. All right, so, and same thing, get a threat card. Do not look at the back threat card. Do not know what's going to come up. It's probably not going to be good for future turns, but we will see. All right, so only 1 credit, so that's not going to help me out much now. The problem is I used all of my strike on that previous turn. So we definitely want to use him. Let's go ahead and use him. He's going to give us 3 actions. So now we're up to 3 actions. We get our shield back. I have a single strike, which would get rid of this guy. No, he's 2. 1, 2. Yeah, the Sporling is 1, 2. He's 2. So, damage is persistent, so I can... All right, so I've got enough action. So we're going to go ahead and play my spider for 2. Then we're going to use the spider. So he gets to do 2 damage. So that takes this one out. And then because Conspire, because I have one in my hand, we get to do another 2 damage, which is this one here, which gives us this wonderful ring. All right. No bonuses on either one of those, right? Yeah, no bonuses. All right. So then we will do for 1, get our next guy out. So, oh, you guys can't even see my allies. Sorry about that. I didn't even notice that. Let's slide all this up. So at least my allies can show that I have them down here. So we'll go ahead and slide these guys up so you can at least see I have allies down here and I'm not just making things up. All right. So we're going to go ahead and play him for 1. We are going to use him to get another armor. Conspire, because we do have another one in play. That means that we get to do 1 damage. So we can take out either one. It really doesn't matter which one. We'll go ahead and take this one out, which gives us another credit. So we're at 2 credits. Is there anything out there I want for 2? So the only 2 was this guy here. Hard-plated upgrade gives you 5 armor when played. I don't know what the I think the bottom is what's on the other side. Yeah. So this is going to add 1 damage or one additional toughness to a card. So if I add it to a card, it would be best to add it to an ally. That way I can just activate it. I have a lot of allies. Is there an ally limit? I don't remember there being anything saying anything about an ally limit. In phase, upkeep. Oh, I do have to discard my allies when we level up. I forgot about that. Yeah, discard all tactics and allies from play. So I do lose my allies. So if I add, I was trying to remember. So I would lose my allies anyways. So I don't think I want to play all my allies or all my tactics. This is Conspire, but I could upgrade one of these. So I do have another ally here. This one here would be, I get to increase the level there 1. Unite, if X is 3+, gain 2. X is the number of unique factions in hand and in play. Okay, so she wants a lot of different people to be her friend. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. It's a freebie. We'll go ahead and play that. That will get us another credit. So now we're up to 3 credits. So I have cost 2 less if added to this card. And then this is the one if I have 5 or less health, gain 2. So it's basically healing and moves that up. That's not bad. And it would cost 1. It would cost me 1 to get that. I think we'll do that. Let's go ahead and spend the 1. We're going to get this one here. We're going to add it to her. Alright. So it gives me healing for later. Let me go ahead and refill. This card cost 2 less to play. Ooh, this card costs 3 less to play. But it does add rage, and that one's not bad there. That only adds 1 more attack to that other side. All right, I'm not going to play her. I want her for the next, because I just upgraded her. I don't want to play this tactic yet, because I don't need the shields. That's really the reason to do it, is for the shields. At level 2, which I'm not, I refresh 1 ally. Ooh, that's good. That's good. All right, we're going to keep both of these. We're going to play our last action. We got actions left to do 1 damage, and that puts a strike back into our hand. So, if there are no more threats and your deck is empty, both of these are, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to advance our level discs by 1, so that puts that there. We're going to discard all tactics and allies from play, so those all get discarded. All of my wonderful allies, my nice little ally pool I had down here, gets discarded. Discard all tactics and allies from play, down to 3 cards in hand. We only have 3 in hand, so we are good there. Optionally, destroy 1 card. Should we destroy one of the strikes? Just to kind of... I mean, I know you're supposed to do that kind of thing. How much damage do I have otherwise? I mean, he's good, right? He's 2, and I get to Conspire. I think we'll do that. We're going to go ahead and destroy 1 of the strikes. So that leaves the game. Shuffle the cards in your discard pile and place them face up. So you kind of want to do this without looking. My magic number is always 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to put them right here. All right. And then, so that's the level up. So we do our cleanup phase, discard all played tactics, discard all that. Lose all unspent action points, reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So 1, 2, 3. None of them have fast, but we do have rage. So that's a new keyword. Rage, during the threat phase, which is when they attack, for each rage threat on the battlefield, discard 1 ally from play. So, yeah, if we leave him out there, we're going to lose our ally. Not good. Yeah. So draft phase, we're going to go ahead and go up to level 2. 3. All right. So we got these little claw dudes. I got 2 allies, so that's good. We will exhaust him to get 2 conspire, which I don't have any of these other guys. I'd get another 1, so I'd get 3 credits. The sickle, it gives me attack. Right now, I don't have any attack in hand. I think I'm going to have to do that because I have no attack right now. And then this one here, Unite. Look at the top 3 cards of the level X deck. Add 1 to your hand. Put the others on the bottom of the deck. Where's the level X deck? Doesn't tell me what X means. All right, that's too confusing for me right now. But we're going to stick with the attack guy. So we're going to stick with our attack because we need to attack things this round. All right, get my 3 actions. Unfortunately, I'm not getting my bonus actions until I find that guy again. That's going to take 2 actions to get him out. Upgraded effects trigger only when this card has at least 1 upgrade. Oh, he doesn't have any upgrades. So to get this, I'm going to have to do an upgrade, which, I mean, I don't mind. I'll do the 2 because I want his effect to take effect. So I'll do the 2 to buy that shield that I didn't buy earlier, which is fine. So that gives me shields. So we're going to spend 2 actions, play him. All right. And then we are going to exhaust him to do 2 damage. So we're going to take care of this rage guy. Ooh, that's my attacky guy I wanted. That's my spider. Unfortunately, I don't have the conspire. Oh, hang on, I forgot something. Sorry. Woo, Urge, stop, brakes. Brakes. Before, put him out there, brakes. Forgot, we leveled up. We needed to do this. So, we can either go to Mithras or Virenos. Let's just go to Mithras. I don't know the difference. Travel to Mithras. You get in shuttle, lands on Mithras. Your local contacts inform you that a suspicious group has been meeting at the loading docks at Yuki's, a local cantina. Reveal card 22 and put it in play. The 22 is on the bottom. Right? All right. And then at the end of this turn, replace this card with card 01. So I leveled up at the end of my turn. So technically that means 01 comes out. So we will put that off to the side for now. All right. So level 1 is there. So pay the cost listed next to a choice on a card to activate that effect. Then flip the card over and read the chosen result. If playing with 2 players, most costs are doubled, but players may split it between. So, in this particular case, when this card enters play, shuffle the Mithras threat together and place them on top of the threat deck. Oh, because we went to Mithras, we now need to go get the Mithras threats. So, I need to replace the threat that I put inside this other card. All right, where are the Mithras threats? There they are. So maybe I didn't want to go to Mithras. So, shuffle the Mithras threats together. Place them on top of the threat deck. All right, so I need to take that other card out that I put inside of this guy. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Actually, I need to take the cards out of here. Sorry. I gotta leave the threat. It doesn't impact really anything that I did. Yeah, and then for 3, I can either intimidate the lackeys or buy information. So, we'll see what we have at the end of this round. I don't know how quickly we need to go through that. Also, this should be at 1 now. I missed a lot. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of backtracking. All right, so we need one of these for our card that we did. Somebody will let me know down in the comments, most likely at some point. So upgraded. Let's give me my action so I don't forget that. Defeat this guy. He comes into my hand. Hang on. Does he come to me? Yeah. So he didn't have any extra defense, so I don't have to worry about that. He comes into my hand. But this icon here would have let me get rid of the row. I don't know enough to know which cards to get rid of, so I'd leave them all there anyways. All right. Now we can put this right here. let's keep the pretty picture of the synthezoids there, I guess. All right. So now this is going to be 2 because he has an extra based on the boss level, which is 1. And then he is 2. So to get rid of both of those is going to take 2. Oh, and then I do have 5 shields. So even though I don't take them out, I got 5 shields because of my wonderful ally there. But, this is free. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and play her for free. Let's get her out there. We will go ahead and use her to bump up this. So what this means is for the next round, I will be able to buy the higher level card, and then it'll bump back down after I buy my cards. Is Unite is 3+, so I need 3 different factions. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 different factions. I get 2 credits. All right. There we go. So that was a free. I can do the Conspire. So we're going to go ahead and for my other 2 actions, we're going to play him. And then we're going to exhaust him, which does 2 damage. So that takes out, they're both the same, so it doesn't matter. The rewards are the same. Conspire. Oh, I messed that up earlier, didn't I? That was level 3+. So earlier I wouldn't have been able to take out that other guy. So I'm just going to take extra damage this turn. I didn't notice when I played him earlier that said Conspire 3. Yeah. So. Yeah, and then these are all 1, so I can't play any of these. All right, so yeah, I messed that up earlier. So. Draft phase did that. Main phase did that. Threat phase, take damage from all active threats, lose 1 armor or health. So they're going to attack for 2. So we lose 2 armor, which is fine. Cleanup phase, discard all played tactics. I don't have any. Lose all unspent action. Don't have any. Reset armor to 0. Okay. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So again, you need to have 3 threats. Again, unless fast comes out, which we don't have. That's taunt. Advanced danger by 1. So we go here. So for this one, for 1 credit, I can trash a card. Do that. All right. So upkeep phase, gain 3 action points. Refresh all allies. Resolve any upkeep effects. I don't have any upkeep effects. Oh, and I said I would take double damage, but I had the armor to block it all anyway. So actually, I think even on the previous turns, if I would have left the guy out there, I think I had armor, so that wouldn't have mattered either. All right. Draft phase. So we get to pull from the 3 because that's where our marker is this time. 1, 2, 3, and then this goes back until we level up again. All right. So. This gives me another claw person, but I don't have any claw people. I didn't buy that other claw person. 1 additional action. While this card is in play, all other cards you play gain this effect. When played, deal 1 damage. Okay, so she adds extra damage. Hidden Cantina. Family Secret. Lose 1 health to deal 2 damage and then deal 1 damage. I can Conspire to trash a card. It's not bad. And it costs 1 to play. She's free. Kind of like her. 1 moves up and trash 1 active threat with damage. So I can place some damage, then he can just basically trash him. I like her. She's going to make all of my attacks do more damage. That seems better. This goes on the threat card. There we go. Into my hand. All right. That was the draft phase. And then main phase, play cards. All right, so we need 3 to be able to deal with these guys. 2, 2, 2. Everything's 2 because it's all a bunch of thieves. The thieves have my, single attack. So. It's easy enough. We're definitely going to use him. So, exhaust him. That does 2 damage. And then he's upgraded, so I get 1 action. And then I get 5 armor. All right. My discard pile is supposed to be over here on this right side, but I'm not. I just put it down here with me. And then here, go ahead and use that one. Let's go up again. And then we do have 3 factions, because I've got 4 now. So we have lots of factions. So we gain 2 of these. The question is, should I complete this? Should I complete this now while I'm in the middle? Because I don't know what it's going to do, right? I don't know if it's going to affect any of this. But again, I basically can go until I want to pass. So I'll play her to do extra damage, but I don't think I need to do the extra damage. All right? Hang on. So I do 2 actions to do 2 strikes. Gets rid of this one. And then I, same thing, do 2 actions to do 2 strikes. Gets me this one. And then, oh no, I didn't even need to do that. Sorry. Those 2 actions back. Those 2 guys back here. I can use him. Okay. So same difference, and then I get that strike back. So I have 3 strikes, and 3 money. Question is, would I rather spend the 4 money here and then just hit those guys? Oh, but I can't play 3 cards because I only have 2 actions. Right? Yeah. Oh, damage actually persists between rounds. So I think we'll go ahead and pay him. So we're going to do the bribe action, or pay for information, I guess is what we're doing. So buy information. That's what we're doing. Buy information. The back room's air has an arid smoky taste. In the corner on the apathetic android shocks itself into bliss with a small device. When you offer to buy the next capacitor, the android tells you of a local front for stolen goods. Each player may discard a card at the end of this turn. Replace this card with 0-3. So 0-3. Put 0-3 on top. All right. So at the end of this turn, I'll be able to destroy a card, which again, we'll probably just get rid of one of these strikes. So 0-3, corrupt shopkeeper. We can rough them up for 4. We can support their business for 4. During the threat phase, each player must pay 1 coin or take 1 damage for each coin they have. Which again isn't that big of a deal because I've got armor during the threat phase. So this happened right now with the threat. Card crafting game. Yes, David, card crafting game. All right. So we're basically in that upkeep phase. So we're in the threat phase. Because I did all this stuff before the threat phase. Now in the threat phase, we're gonna have to take 1 damage. No big deal. I had armor. At the end of my, did it say at the end of my, the end of this turn? So technically I would have trashed a card then, because that was in my turn. All right. So discard all played tactics. Already did that. Lose all unspent action points. Yeah. Reset to 0. Armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So I got a new one here, Crazed. So Crazed X. When a Crazed threat is revealed, if your current health value is equal to or lower than the Crazed X value, threat deals 2 damage to itself. So he's Crazed 5. Mine is greater than, so that's not going to play. So I've noticed that a lot of the cards want you to have really low hit points. Like I've noticed that a lot. So here. So gain our 3 action points. Oh, forgot to advance the danger by 1. So again, I have an option to get rid of things in the row. I like the cost less to play, but I don't have a lot of expensive cards yet. This is 4 and moves up. This is 2 and moves up. Costs 2 less if I put it on one of those, and I've got a card that I could do that. Costs 2 less if added to the pincher claw guys. This gives me 2 coins. Oh, I like that one too. This card costs 2 less to play as well. And then he costs less if I add him to one of the green guys. Yeah, I don't know what to get rid of, so I'm just gonna leave it all out there because it all seems good. I mean, I guess if everything was like too expensive, like that's a 7, that's a 4, 4, 5, 4, 5. I mean, some of that's kind of expensive. So it'd be a while before I'd even be able to get any of that. Which means then instead I've got to rough this guy up, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so ready, refresh my allies, resolve any upkeep effects. There are no upkeep effects. Draw 3 cards. Alright, so draft phase. We are on 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Set that back down. Alright, this does 2. Focus X. X is the number of cards this faction can play in hand. So this will do more damage for every one of the little green aliens I have. Ally. Exhaust to heal. I'm not even taking damage right now. And then the claw guys. A coin and an attack. You have 4+ upgrades on cards in play. Oh. Yeah, on your discard pile and in play, gain 1 additional action and deal 2 damage. So this one really encourages you to do upgrades. I think I don't mind him. I can't remember how many other green guys I've got. I do have another claw person. So this would do 1 additional damage. This one, I need 4 upgrades. And I think right now I've only got 2, 3. So I have 3 upgrades. This guy's going to be tough. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6 to get rid of him. Holy cow, that's a lot I got to hit him for. He only gives me 1 coin. And it's because of that upgrade. Not a sports game since you had 3 strikes and weren't out. Right, let's go with the overclock. I feel like that's a bad idea, but we'll go with the overclock. Alright. Because at least this one I can kind of use right now. Alright, so we need 6. We need to do 6 damage then, but we have to get rid of this one first with the taunt. So right now that's at 2 + 1 shields. We need to do 3 damage just to get rid of them. Now luckily, we're going to level up, so my little spider guy is going to become more advantageous. So let's go ahead and always do this, right? So we're going to go ahead and do her, which again pushes us up 1. Now when we level up, it's actually still going to push it up 1. So this will come up to here and this will still go up at the end of that turn. And then she gets us 2 coins. All right. Now, I have 3 coins. Nothing costs 3. So if I play this, this allows me to refresh an ally. So that would actually be good. So we're going to play her, heir to the throne, for 1 action. That gets us 1, right? Conspire, which I have 2, so that's going to give me 2 shields. And because I'm level 2, I get to refresh 1 ally. So refresh her. Or should I refresh her, or should I have done this guy first? Should I have done my attacking first? I think I should have done my attacking first because I don't think I want to refresh her. So let me bring that back real quick. Let's activate him to do 2 damage to this one. Right? And then Conspire I can't do because I'm not level 3 yet. But now we'll go ahead and play her. And then we're going to refresh him. And then if I have 5 or less health, I gain 2. I don't. And I get to still move. Hang on. I think this is a combo. I think I have to have 5 or less health. You have 5 health or less, gain 2, and move up. I think I have to have both to do that. All the three-eyed aliens start chanting Overclaw. One of us, one of us. Okay, so she's still exhausted. All right, so let's go ahead and do him again. Dang it! No. He's gonna be overkill. That'll be overkill to use him again. I want to use him on like these guys. So let us do a regular strike for 1 action. That will get rid of this guy with the taunt. Which gives me spare credits, so we'll go ahead and play that to get us another credit. All right, so I have 5 credits now. Do I want to upgrade a card, or am I going to go after this guy? 5 will give me this one, which is 4 more attack plus move up the level. 4, 2 more attack plus 1, 2 less if I attach it to one of them. I don't have one of them. This one, actually, I can get the wanted. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the wanted because I'm going to attach it to this one. So we're going to spend all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get the wanted. And we're going to put that on our hidden cantina. It does unfortunately give rage, but look at that. That's a beautiful card now. So when I play her, she does more damage to begin with, and she's going to do 4 damage, right? All this card is in play. All other cards you play gain this effect. So it's all other cards. So she doesn't do damage by herself, but she's free. So I have a free card here that's going to do 4 damage and give me 2 coins. You know, and give me another action. So, yeah. Yeah. So this right here I'm going to use on that guy. We're going to go ahead and play her. She gives me an action. She gives me 2 coins. I'm going to refill this. And then we're going to do 4 damage. We're going to beat up on this guy. So we're doing 4 damage to rough him up. Rough him up. The proprietor is easily intimidated. It doesn't take much to get him to reveal a method for catching the pirate. Pirate leader's attention. It seems Captain Jinko keeps a close eye on the dealings in the local underworld. Deal 4 damage to any threat at the end of this turn. Replace this card with... Oh. The end of this turn is when I'm supposed to be replacing the card. So, yeah. So either way, I'll replace one. So I do 4 damage to any threat. That will take care of that one. All right? And so then at the end of the turn, I need to do that. So, now we have 2 credits. The new thing costs 2. What is the new thing? Okay, one more action. Gives me an action. But it does give fast, meaning it will be whatever it's attached to. Instant use after buying a card is nice, yeah. Fast means that whatever I attach that to is now going to be an extra card for the threat. So, if I were to add it to anything, I would add it to maybe one of the strikes, because these guys are weak to begin with. And I play those a lot. So the problem is I'm losing all of these guys. So I think, and I can only have 3 cards at the end of my turn. So I'm thinking I will end up discarding one of those strikes and keeping these guys. Unfortunately, I lose her too. I need to do 3, 5, 6 damage. She's going to make everybody do 1 additional damage. So that one does 3. He is upgraded, so I get 1 action. I don't need these actions. So that does 3. And then same thing here, going to do him. That does 3. That takes care of that. That gives me this guy, my ally, back. Ooh, now I don't know what I'm going to discard. Because I won't have that much attacking on that next turn. Okay, we'll see. That was the last thing there. So yeah, now we're in that's the end of my turn. So this goes away. During the threat phase, this card deals how much damage? Oh no, wait, what number did it say I was supposed to go to? Number 5. So 2, 4, number 5. Each time a player spends money, place one attack on this card. So, destroy 3 cards, spend something valuable. 8 plus. Make a generous donation. The cost is 1 less for each damage on this card. Okay, so if I buy things, it's going to add damage, which means it won't be 8 anymore. All right. So at least in the threat phase, nothing happened. All right, discard all tactics. Discard unspent action. Reduce armor back down to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. Cannot do that, so now we're... Actually, this would have taken effect before I started the cleanup. Sorry. If your deck is empty, no active threats, we're going to advance both of these to level 3. I think I'm also liking the double-sided cards. Beat a guy, get something good. Yeah, it's very unique in the way that it's doing that. All right, so discard all tactic cards and allies from play. It's unfortunate. I lose my entire team here. We had a good thing going. Okay, optionally destroy any one card. So we can technically do that, right? We're just going to destroy this one card. So how do I track that? I guess I don't know how I'm supposed to track that. Huh. Let me see if that has to be at one time. Each player must destroy a card from their hand of X level or higher. Okay, so that I need to destroy a level 3 card. Yeah. 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 All right. Resolve any BBSS specific effect. That's supposed to be boss, I'm guessing, and there's a little weird dot on top of the other O. There isn't any boss specific effect. And then reshuffle the cards in my discard pile. So again, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. All right. Boop. All right. So now we can finish our thing. So refill threats. So taunt, no taunt. Increased danger by 1. So we are at what? 1. We're at 3, 4. We're at 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3. We're at 3. So 3, 3. This is the only one, 4. But when he's defeated, I get to do 2 damage. Unfortunately, that's not going to help me because both of these have taunt. So I kind of have to go after these guys. So that's kind of wasted. Because I don't think I can put it to the guy on deck. I don't think. Let me see here. Attack. Where is attack? Draft, main phase, playing cards. Defeating threats. You may deal damage to any active threats or the on deck threat by playing cards and exacting ally. Okay, so I can. So I can use this 2 damage to get rid of him. Okay. I forgot I could do that because I had other actions before. I think you should cut your deck once you only side shuffle. Oh, I could do it. Well, yeah, because it's supposed to be random, so I guess that would make sense, right? To do that. But I do it sideways, so I can't see the cards anyways to know if I'm stacking the deck in my favor or not. All right. Did all that. So gain 3 actions. Refresh all allies. Well, unfortunately, we do not have any right now. Resolve any upkeep effects. I don't have any. Draft phase. Draw 3 cards. Now, luckily, we're all the way up here on 4 now. Because of that level up while we were already increased. All right, so 3 damage, focus, is the number of cards with this faction in my hand or play. Oh, sorry. I needed to go down to 3 cards at the end of that turn when I leveled up. So this should be technically in the deck somewhere. We'll just put them right there. All right. So I do have I do have one of those in my hand. So this would give me one additional action because I have, or two, because this one actually counts as one. So it'd be 1, 2. I always forget about that. That would be 2. You may add tactic upgrades to this card, but they do not resolve when the card is played. Exhaust, move up 1, and resolve the effects of all tactic upgrades on this card. I guess because of his cost? Not sure why. Huh. That's weird. I'm not sure how that works. Play the top card of your deck. Then lose X health. X is the card's printed cost. After the threat phase, flip it over as an active threat. I don't like that at all. We're doing this guy. I don't like any of that at all. Not at all. Oh, there we go. Yep. So this is the family portrait. So it's got the Kai and then of course my chick Roux, whatever her name is. We're gonna call her Roux. I just think that the 7-time shuffle assumes that the cards can move up and down the stack enough. Yeah, 7 technically is not enough. 7 is if you do a riffle shuffle, which I could do. I mean, they're sleeved cards. I'd riffle shuffle all day long. 25 is like the bare minimum if you're going to do an overhand shuffle. And even that's not considered, like, depending on tournament play, when you do like Pokemon and Magic, they don't go for that kind of stuff. All right, so what I say we need to do? We need to do 3 and 3. Well, luckily, this does 3. I don't want to get out there first. He's free. But I don't have the 4+ upgrades to take advantage of him. To do the extra damage. So. I do have ability to get one more action. So let's just go ahead and do him first then. I'm going to play him for 1 action. Oh, so maybe I've been doing that wrong too. I thought this you get when you exhaust them too. When you exhaust an ally, resolve the effects that follow the exhaust icon. Most allies have 1 exhaust icon, but some have multiple. You may also resolve the effects, including those that an upgrade in any order. Yeah, so you get this when you play him, and you get it when you exhaust him. That's nice. Okay, so we get 2 more actions for playing him. Then we exhaust him, which gives us another action, plus the 2 more actions. I don't even have enough tokens for all these actions. And 1 shield. And this bug is crazy. I like him. He's a good card. All right, so now we're gonna do the 2. This allows us to do 3, and then focus X. I get actions based on the number of these guys in play. There's 2 of them in play. That does 3 damage, which takes out, doesn't matter, either one of these 2 guys. This is going to give me money. This is going to give me a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to go with this one. So, David, since you probably weren't here earlier, it does have this little pop out right here that shows you what card you're getting underneath. So this is my indebted counselor. All right. So we're going to be able to do all this. We're going to do my indebted counselor for free. We are going to exhaust her, which makes us go back up to 4 again. Unite X as +3 different factions. 1, 2, 3. I got 4. So that gets us our 2 coins, puts us at 4. So at 4, I do have this guy again, so I could get this for 2. I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and spend our 2 there. The 2 adds 2 damage here, which makes that cheaper. And we're going to put this in there for this guy. Refill. All right. So he needs me to have 4+ upgrades on cards. I currently have 1 upgrade. I probably should put an upgrade on him. So, I thought I had one that was discounted if it was a claw. No. I could do this. That gives me 2. But is it my best option? All right. Hmm. All right, so let's go ahead and play him. We play him. He's going to do 2 damage and move this up 1. He's going to do 2 damage to the taunt. Right there. Then we are going to exhaust him for 1 shield. And then he's conspiring. And oh, I can't conspire with him. Well, that ruined my plan. I don't have 2 of those guys yet. Yeah, I thought I had another one of them. I don't have another one of them yet. Okay, that's fine. So I can't conspire. That was going to do the 1 more damage I needed here. So we're going to... I thought I'd have enough damage. I didn't even come close to having enough damage. So we're going to play Overclock for free. Oh, I forgot that should have cost me 1. Overclock for free. I get 1 coin. And I get to do 1 damage here. I don't get the bonus damage because I don't have enough upgrades. This gives me my credits. Go ahead and use that to get 1 more credit. So that puts me at 4. This card cost how much less to play? 2 less to play. I don't have any cards that cost 2, so that's not useful. Yeah, those aren't useful right now. Yeah, I can't do any more damage. I have no more cards, nothing else that can physically do damage. Yeah. I have a stack full of actions, and nothing I can do with it. Any game with cards, I don't like getting exhausted. Oh, with cars, I don't like getting exhausted. All right, threat phase. This is the fun part. I was all excited that I was going to use that to defeat that guy, and it didn't happen. So unfortunately, this is not a very good thing. He's going to hit me for 3. So 1, 2. That's my first point of damage, though, this entire game so far. All right, it stays out there. So that's a threat phase, cleanup phase, discard all played tactics. Do that. Lose all unspent action points. There's my huge stack of action points. Reset armor to 0. Well, that already happened. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So we need 3 threats unless we end up with a fast. We did not. That is okay with me because this 2 will just go ahead and take one of these guys out. I have no cards though. That's the only problem. I have no cards to do anything. Now, luckily, this does damage. If I can get another blue card, so I'm probably gonna buy this family portrait. Oh no, I'm in this deck. Do I just say no and take that family portrait so I can get that extra piece of damage? I only need 2 to get rid of. Oh no, this guy I need 2, 3. I need 4 to get rid of this guy. Ugh. All right. Refill the battle. Advance by 1. Oh nope. Now I need more. Now I need more because now he's got 2. Oh no, his armor's only 1. It's not a skull. These guys have gone up now. So this is now 3 and this is now 3. Oh, jeez. That's not good. All right. What can I do? What can I do? All right. Gain 3 action points. Refresh my allies. No upkeep. And then main phase, or no, we get to do our draft phase. If I have 5 or less health, defeat an on-deck threat. If you did so, you may lose 2 health to defeat a new on-deck threat. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, let's do it. Let's get the bigger cards. Let's get the better cards. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, again, it's not who I wanted, but I need lots of attack. Ooh, there we go. Tactic. 1 action. I get to do 4 attack. Bargain 3. The next upgrade you buy this turn costs 3 less. Bargain, the cost X -1 for each card of this faction in hand and in play. So I don't have any. Why, he'd be 1. He counts as 1. So I would have to pay 2. Oh, I'd have to pay coins. So I'd have to pay 2 coins to get a card for 3 less, basically. The 4 damage is what I'm looking at though. This guy, when I exhaust him, I choose, do I want to do 2 damage or do I want to get 2 additional actions? I don't have the actions. And then this guy here, he's just going to give me lots of money. I think I'm going to go with the claw dude. Come here, cards. These weird shaped cards, I get their purpose in the game, but they're kind of weird to, like, they were really weird to shuffle at the beginning of the game. All right, this goes inside of the threat, which is not going to be anything good. All right, this is my 1 card. This is the only card I have. So, let's get through these guys first to kind of see what all I've got, because these are all 3 actions basically. So we're going to do him. He's going to give me 1 shield. I can't conspire, so, but he does get to do 2 damage. So let's go ahead and do 2 damage to this big guy here. Then we're going to exhaust him. He's going to give me 1 action, and then he's going to give me 1 shield as well. And we're going to exhaust her. She's going to let me go up to 4. Unite. 3. Yeah, so I need 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get my 2 coins there. All right, so I am at 6. I can actually progress the story. Or, technically, I spend all 6 of that and I progress the story anyways because it'll be at 0. Yeah. So. Oh, no, it's only placed 1 counter, so this counter wouldn't have been there earlier. Okay, never mind. That slightly changes things, but probably not. All right, so 6. So I have these 2 5s. This one costs 3 less to play. This costs 2 less to play. This gives me more attack. I think that's a good idea. That auto seeking. I mean, it gives 2 to whoever this is going to attach to. That one I can't do. That's for the green guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna spend 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna spend the 5. Adds another progress here. Right? I got to get through these quicker because remember, if we hit this, that's game over too. So I kind of got to get through these quicker. I don't know how many of these cards you have to go through, but we're gonna go ahead and get this guy. That is not what I wanted to do. Stop that, Will. The Hydra agents don't like you getting all those shields. No, they do not. All right, so I got my superpowered guy. So we're gonna play him, or actually it's a tactic, so I'm not really playing him. He is going to do 4 damage. This needed 2, 3, 4. Already had 2. Man, that's kind of overkill now. So actually, let's scratch that. I forgot he did 4 by himself. I forgot he could take out this 1 guy by himself. So instead, we would have done the 2 to the thief. Sorry. So now we play him for 1 action. He's going to do the 4 damage to this guy. The bonus is he does 2 more damage to this guy. Or do we get rid of the rage? We get rid of this guy. I can actually do the damage to there. Oh, he's going to do another 4 damage as his bonus. So let's switch that. He's going to do his first attack to this guy. Cool. We got that. Bargain 2, the next upgrade, and unfortunately that's not going to help me because I already bought an upgrade this turn. Yeah. And I would have to, my bargain would have to be 2. And I don't have 2 coins. All right. So, okay, that was this guy. I can't do the bargain. Here, I'm going to do 4 more damage. So now we're going to do this guy. Then we're going to use the other 2 damage to get rid of that guy. And we do his upgrade to there. There. That was a big turn. All right, big turn. All right. Yeah. We still have 4 actions left. So, to complete this, again, I can have 6 money, which I don't have. And this is just all attacks. So none of this is going to help me complete this. How many cards do I have? I'm going to level up here in a second. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 cards here. I want to think one of them has to be fast. I don't know where my fast card went. There was a fast card somewhere. Which means I would have to shuffle to finish doing this. Which means I don't want to level up. And I'm debating, basically what I'm debating is, since I have all these extra ones, do I put my allies out? I'm thinking no. When Hulk is on your team, you don't get rid of the rage. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Because I think the fast card is still in here. I think the fast card's still in here. So, I do have the option to trash a level 3 card, which I do not have one right now. I could trash this level 5 that I just played, but I upgraded that. I don't want to do that. Now, what about my discard? I do have this guy, which I really didn't like when I got him. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to trash that guy. I didn't like him when I got him. He was just the best of the options. We're going to go ahead and trash him. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Let's, I guess, put it off to the side. I guess put both of them off to the side. So we're going to trash that so we can advance this. All right. So instead, we fence something valuable. At a local shop that you know, Jinko Monitors, you sell a few select pieces of equipment. You mention in an offhanded way that you might be looking for a bit of extra work on the side. The shopkeeper nods and slips you a sheet with a set of coordinates. At the end of this turn, replace this card with number 9. So it's down there somewhere. All right. I think that's it. Again, I can keep attacking these guys too, if I wanted to, right? I could just spend the actions and get rid of that guy. Let's do it. Let's spend 2 actions. Spend 2 actions. We're going to get rid of this guy too. All right. Then he is 1 action, or I need, no, 2. So it's going to cost 2, plus he has rage when he comes out. He makes me discard allies. That's what rage does. So he is only 2 to get rid of. That means I'd play an ally. I do not want to play an ally. Getting rid of that guy probably was of no use to me. Yeah. I think that's it. That's all I can do. All right. Threat phase. No damage. Nothing happens. Upkeep plays. Discard all played tactics. Already did that. Reset armor to 0. Okay, okay. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So this is where I said we're going to run out of cards. So, no, they're both fast. So neither one of these count. Oh, that is horrible. All right, so now we are leveling up. So we are going to advance both discs. So we're at the highest level to this next turn to recruit. We know we're going to get rid of those in a minute. Discard all tactics and allies from play into the discard pile. Discard down to 3 cards in hand. I only have 3, so I guess that's okay. Optionally, destroy a card. We'll go ahead and destroy... Should I destroy the spare credits? I mean, it's constant income. I mean, but I get 2 income every time with her. And then if I can get this bargain going, that's going to make my stuff cheaper. Yeah, let's go ahead and destroy the spare credits. All right. Resolve the boss. There's nothing on the boss to resolve. Your fast card is Ridgemont High. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I've watched that in years. And that's why I say with like movies and stuff, I don't want to watch a movie until I don't remember it. And like movies like that, I don't remember anymore enough to even say anything about them. Reshuffle, put that back up, and keep going until we have 3. That's got fast. Holy cow. This turn is going to suck. Do I have 3 without fast? What? No, I'm only at 2. That's my whole deck. That is crazy. That is 6 cards. Oh, man. That hurts. And then this guy's got crazy, which doesn't help me because this was the one that was hard to beat, too. Because he's 3, 5, 6. He's 7. Or she. I don't know. I think more of a feminine face. We'll go with she. Oi. All right. End of my turn. I should have taken this to 9. All right. Brawl, 10 attack. At the start of any turn with no trash cards or colored bordered cards on the danger track, put card 4 into play. If you would flip it, return it to the ball stack instead. During the threat phase, each player takes 2 damage. Remove all damage from this card. Oh, that's not fun. So this must, I think this must be the balls, because it says Jinko wants me dead. Oh, hang on. Is that 8 or 9? That's 8. 9. Sorry. We needed to go to 9. Sorry. Jinko will play along. All right. So we're making Jinko an offer. I'm about to say, we didn't piss Jinko off. Jinko will make an offer. During the threat phase, each player must discard 1 card of level 3+ from their hand. Any player who cannot do this loses 1 credit. All right. Where were we? We were refilling the battlefield, and then we're advancing 1. So we're still at 2. All right. 3 actions. There we go. Reshuffle all or reset all allies. That's not going to happen. Upkeep doesn't happen. Draft. Draw 3 cards. We're at the highest level though, so this should be some good cards. Hopefully, because I need it. I need lots of attacky and lots of attacky. Don't care about the money. Heal. Defeat 1 threat. Ooh, that just outright defeats 1 threat. Ooh. Oh, that just outright defeats it. So I can just outright defeat this guy. Unite. Deal 2 damage. Unite X is the number of unique factions at hand and in play. Oh, deal X and then 2. Right? Unite. X is equal to the number of unique factions right now. Yeah, so that's it. Or deal... I don't know what the word deal means. Deal X damage. Take X damage from... But see, it's not saying damage. It's got a damage 2. So is the deal the number of times I get to do it? Huh. I mean, but we look at this, unique factions in play. I've only got, it'll be 3. So does that mean I get to do 6 damage? And she's an ally, meaning I can keep using her every round. I don't know what that means. You can always get a top gun when you're on the highway to the danger zone. Man. Level X, gain armor X. Yeah, but that's not what it's saying. It's not saying deal damage X. It says deal X 2 damage. I'm thinking that means that I get to do it that many times. Because this card would be really, like, bad if it was just, like... And it's not times. Yeah, I'm going to take it as I get to do it. And it's an ally. And the allies are reusable. This is nice, right? Because it just defeats 1 threat and heals me. But I don't really need the healing. And it's free. Like, that's cool. I think she's better. All right. That's what I'm going with. We're going with her. So she's going to allow me to do lots of damage, which is what I need. All right. So I am at level 3. I can't conspire though. Oh, sucks. I didn't. Blah, blah, blah. None of those cards were blue, right? Yeah, none of those were blue, so it didn't matter. If it was a blue card, then I might have gotten that instead. They were not. So, I do not get extra actions either. Do not get extra actions. So whatever I do is all I can do. Maybe that other card would be better. Because I only have 3 total actions, which would basically be these 2 cards. Or no, probably these 2. Yeah, probably these 2. All right, so we're going to play him for 2, which is fine. He's going to give me a lot of armor. And then I get 5 armor. Right? And we're going to use him to do 2 damage to... Oh, man. Oh, the rage guy. During threat phase, for each rage threat on the battlefield, discard 1 ally from play. I have to get rid of him. But he needs 3 to get rid of him. That's fine. Oh, and there's another rage. Oh, I got to get rid of those 2 guys first. Because I don't want to lose my allies. So, we're going to do... Let's do him first. We're going to do the 2 on him. Oh, no, his armor's at 2. He's at 3. Oh, they're at 3. So he's at 4. Oh, all right. Oh, this is tough. Anything to let them overkill damage, hit a second bad guy. Yeah, so on the bottom here, David, you see how it's got this icon? So this icon is your reward, and there are some that actually have another attack icon. That's how I was able to defeat the one that was in the top earlier. All right. We're going to play here for my second action. Oh, I should have got another 5 shields when I activated him. Plus, he's upgraded, so I get 1 action back. Forgot about that. He's the one I like, because he gives me lots of shields and gives me 1 free action. Because he's upgraded. So, we're going to play her. She does nothing by herself. We're going to exhaust her to deal X, the number of unique factions, so I can deal X 2 damage. So we're dealing 1, 2, 3. So we can deal 2 damage to 3 different ones. Unfortunately, you can't split damage. So we're going to waste a damage here. So we're doing 2 damage to him. Gets rid of him. Get a credit as a reward. And then that's... Ooh, that's our girl, but unfortunately it's too late. Well, it's not too late. It's not too late. I don't think it's too late. Hold on. We might be able to clear some of this out. That was 1 of 3. Then 2 of 3, or the second and the third is going here, because this is going to take 4 to defeat. So we defeated this. When defeated, we get 1 credit, and we get to do 2 damage to somebody. So this one's 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's 2, 5, 6, 7. So let's go here. Let's put the 2 damage on her. All right. This gives me my Conspire, but she just gives me money. She's my money, and she lets me refresh an ally. But I won't get another action. So I'm gonna play her for free. I forgot she's my hidden cantina is my ace in the hole. So my hidden cantina. I'm gonna play her. She gives me an action. While this card is in play, everything else does +1 damage. She's going to give me 2 coins. All right, so I'm up to 5. And she's going to do 2 damage. So we're going to do 2 damage, and then she's going to do 2 more damage. So basically, she's doing 4 damage. So we're going to do that here. So that's 6. No. No. Hang on. Yeah, and we're gonna overkill again. Right? 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're gonna overkill again. All right. Well, that's fine. She's here, so now she's gonna do extra. Slide bad guys up. Yes. Zoop. All right. So got her in play now. We have 2 actions, which is what we need. Play our 2 actions to get our... Oh, hang on. Before we get dot pet venomous, our venomous spider. We have 5 coins. Is there anything? I mean, I need the 10 to bargain with him. Do I want to upgrade or just keep the coins? The upgrade for 4 would make this free, which would allow me to play these 2 cards, which will allow me to refresh an ally. I think we're going to do it. So we're going to pay the 4. I want this threat gone. I don't want all this out here. I mean, we're going to block 10 though. 1, 2, I know it's 2, 3. This is 6. I remember that was 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. No. This isn't attack. This is shield. Sorry, those are shields. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we don't need to. We don't need to get rid of them this turn. 2, 3, 4. Let's get our 4 coins back. All right. We're just gonna play it straight out for 2. All right. Then we're going to exhaust, which does 2 damage. So that does get rid of this one. 1 defeat, we get another coin. So it's now we're up to 6 of the 10 we need. Yeah. I think we got this. All right. And then this is my hammer. So he's my other one that gives me basically the sickle. You have the sickle and the hammer. So he's pretty much identical. And then he's my action guy. I'm going to play him. Then we are level 3. We conspire. We do have another one of those in my hand now. So we can actually do the conspire. So that does another 2 damage to... It really doesn't matter. We'll just do it to the big guy, I guess. Right? Because that's... I can't defeat either one, so it doesn't matter. We'll do it on the big guy. Oh, no. Forgot. The bonus damage. She does 1 bonus damage. So that should have done... This bonus damage was waste, right? Because nothing I could do about that. But she does 1 extra bonus damage. So it actually does 3 damage. Is there somebody I can get rid of with 3? Yes, I can get rid of this guy with 3. So we'll get rid of him. All right. I think that's it. Right? I don't think I can do anything else. All right. Threat phase, take damage from active threats. It really doesn't matter. I've got plenty of shielding. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So that puts me down to 4. I have plenty of armor. Right. During threat phase, each player must discard 1 card at least level 3 from their hand. Player cannot do this. We lose 1 coin. I don't have a level 3 card, so that's fine. We're losing 1 coin. Right. So be it. Alright. Cleanup phase. Discard all played tactics. Lose all unspent. I don't have any. Reset armor to 0. Whoop. Refill the battlefield with actives. So we only have 1. So the problem is this fast is still not counting towards my 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then we only have 1 left. So the next round will actually level up again. All right. He has taunt, so I gotta get rid of him first. All right. Advance the danger. I can get rid of a card again. I don't know what to get rid of, so I'm leaving them up there. Yeah, gain 3 action points. Refresh my allies. Draw 3 cards. Wow, we actually didn't have a single card that let us bump that up this time. Oh, we can get a big elephant-looking guy. Oh, we have our wanted poster again. So, 4 damage. While this card is in play, each time you defeat a threat, gain money. I need money to do this. I think I'm going to do him. Exhaust him, he does damage. Wow. So 1 exhaust, he does a 4 damage and then another 4 damage. Then my family just lets me heal. But again, he gives me money. And right now, in my hand, do I have anything that gives me money? Only this one card will give me money. And none of these guys are going to give me money. I think I'm going to do this to try to advance that. So I'm doing this more for the quest. Although it's sad that that double 4 damage fell to the bottom. That's kind of disappointing. All right, we have a lot of cards in hand. We're pretty much good to go. All right, so he needs to be in play, right? Because I need to have him in play so that way I can actually do the threat elimination. So we're going to do him for our first action. He does 4 damage. So this is, are we at 3? No, we're still at 2. Is anybody at 4? So he's, oh, I have to do this one first anyway, so that's fine. So we will do the Sand Mother first, which was 3, because she had Taunt, which gives us our optimized production, 3 damage. Focus X. X is the number of cards this faction has in play, which right now would be 2. That'd give us 2 actions. Oh, 3, because I got another one in my hand. Ooh, that would give me a lot of actions. Yeah, we may have this. All right, so let's get these guys done first. All right, so we're going to do this guy. He's going to do 2 damage. Oh, hang on. We defeated somebody. Sorry, getting money. We're going to do 2 damage here. I really don't care what order I'm doing these in. Conspire, he does 2 more damage. So that gets rid of this guy. Oh, at the end of that turn, I could have destroyed. I forgot when. Oh, no, I haven't leveled up. Sorry. You destroy when you level up. All right, so that's this guy done. Then we are going to do her. Unite. Deal X times of damage, 2 times the number of factions I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 factions, so basically I get to do 2 damage. Oh, also got another coin for defeating the other guy. 2 damage. 1. 2 damage. 2. What do I need here? 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 damage. Again. I don't know why I'm getting those out of there. That would be 6. So that's my third try. So we get this back. Reward. We can destroy a card. We'll destroy that strike. We get another coin. All right. So we're at 5, 6, we're at 8. And we're going to do this one. He's going to give us 5 shields, which we don't need. He's going to give us another action token. Because he's upgraded. He's going to do 2 damage to this guy. This guy has 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 5. So we need to do 3 more damage. All right. And I got plenty. Like I got damage for days. So now we're gonna lose whatever we put down here because we're gonna level up because I'm gonna kill that thing too, so I can have my 10. So then I can do this. All right. Yeah. So I think my best bet is probably him. What do I need here? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 for that. And I need 2 more here, right? So I need 6 total. I could do her, which allows me to ready this guy. But then I'd lose her. How many actions do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 3. So. Oh, this does 3 damage right off the bat. For 2. That's 2. That costs me 2. So he can do... He'll do 2 when he comes out, and then I can use him, and he'll do 3 more. Which still is enough to take that out, but then I can do the strike. Yep, let's do that. All right, we're going to play him for 1. He's going to come out, and he does 2, which takes this guy out. Right? 2, 3... 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that didn't take him out because he only had, how much damage did he have on him? I think he only had 2 damage, right? So now he's at 4. Sorry, I messed that up. So he's at 4. And we're going to spend 1 action to do 1 damage. That's fine. All right. That comes in. Ooh, what's this? Salvage. 1 action for, oh, this is my big hitter here. It only costs 1. He does 4 damage. He does 8 damage for 4. Like, he's crazy. Yeah, he had 2. All right, thanks, David. Just to confirm. Yeah, so I did need to put that extra damage. So here I need 2, 3, 4. I need 4 damage to get rid of that guy to get my last coin. So I have to have 4 damage. He's only going to do 3. So I actually have to play a card to do 4. So I'm going to have to play my big guy to do the 4. So use an action. I get an action back. He does the 4 damage to get this guy out of there. Oh, this goes to my hand. What am I thinking? Now here's the question of order of operation. I think I have to do this first before I can do this. So, because it says if these 2 conditions happen, then you level up. So, advance both discs by 1. I have to do that. Discard all tactics and allies in play. So all this gets gone, right? Discard tactics and allies down to 3 in hand. I don't know what I need. We're going to destroy that. We're going to destroy that. I think I want her because she lets me ready things. I don't know if I need money. I know I need attack. And then he needs to have the other guy. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do these 3. All right. All right. Resolve any boss effects, no boss effects. Reshuffle the cards in my discard pile. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. David didn't like my 7, so I'm just going to keep doing it for a couple more times. All for David. All right. So, all right. So we are technically still in my phase. We are still in my main phase. We haven't left my main phase. So we're going to do my 10 to pay this guy off. So we're going to make him an offer. A little creative thinking solves the council's pirate problems. Jink agrees to lay low in return for a sizable cut of the much lucrative gig. But you may have promised something you can't deliver. The only score, it doubles, says score. The only score big enough to satisfy the massive android captain is robbing the Triumvirate casino. To pull that off, you'd need the right crew. It's time to call your contacts. You have a heist to plan. Oh, ending C. That's it. I won. That didn't seem so hard. So I know Rolling Solo had played this twice, and I think he lost both times, I believe. So here we go. Final thoughts. We're going to go ahead into the final thoughts. And I have a few. Now, again, this is with this boss. I don't know how the other bosses play. Take this as you will. First things, the components. I like and dislike the component design at the same time. I like, the nice, cardboard pieces here. I dislike that it's cheap tokens here. And there wasn't even an upgrade in the Kickstarter. It's just this is what it came with it. The second thing is the player board is not dual layered. It's got a nice 3D look effect, but it's not dual layered. So like your cubes and all that stuff are kind of just go around, and like my card, I kept hitting it and knocking it off. That's not great. The other thing is, I get the card design. The card design has to be the way it is. I like its design for its function. Do not like its design for the shuffling. right? And that kind of goes into as well your setup and or teardown, depending when you do this. After every single game, I now need to go through every single card and take them apart. So that is something to be aware of. If you really don't want to do that, then you got to do it before you set up the game. So that is time you have to consider on these cards. But again, the way that the cards are built, I understand the way that mechanic has to function that way, and these cards have to be this way on the upgrading and so forth, which again, I like, and that kind of goes into the mechanics. So this is a card builder instead of a deck builder. It's a deck builder that involves card building or whatever you want to call it. And I really like what it does. I think David in chat was like touting its praises for everything that he kept seeing. He was like, oh, wait a minute, I defeat somebody and I get something good back from it, right? You get your cards back. Every single round, you get to upgrade your deck. It's a guaranteed upgrade because you're getting a brand new card, which is really unique. You also get to buy cards in the market row to upgrade your cards. I don't know what was good and what was bad. And in some cases, I made some very powerful and, in my opinion, overpowered cards. But I guess that's kind of the fun of what it is. This boss mechanics is kind of neat. Again, I don't know how the other ones work. I think you go through additional threats and things like that. But this boss mechanic I liked as well. I liked that you were going through a story. It's kind of a choose your own adventure. I personally wouldn't mind if every single one of the bosses in this box was like this, right? Where I got to choose. I know that's something I like because I like the more thematic and the story-driven stuff. But I think just doing a one-off boss battle with those would probably be fun as well. I mean, people recommended this because I played Astro Knights and Invincible, so they're probably saying, hey, if you like boss battles, it's boss battles. With that said, there is only 3. And unfortunately, they didn't decide to run an Unstoppable 2 campaign. They decided to IP themselves out, which is unfortunate because that's what Renegade's doing a lot of. They're basically just slapping IPs on things and not continuing a lot of their own unique stuff. And in some cases, they've just completely given up on IPs. I mentioned that when I did the Power Rangers game earlier this week. This week's a bunch of deck building and deck construction game week. What I did Arkham, I'm going to do Marvel Champions. I'm doing Legendary tomorrow. Did Power Rangers today. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. So it is unfortunate right now. There are parts of Dungeon Crawler Carl that they say will work with this, and I think it is the bosses. So I guess I'll have to look at that to see what kind of bosses we can get. And this is not going to work because I don't have any more drink left. Is there a harder boss? I don't know. This one, David, was not the boss that was recommended. So kind of going into difficulty. This isn't the first boss. This is the one they recommended in the book. I think I just got really lucky with my cards. Like I said, I was able to build, I mean, what were those OP cards I built, right? The zero cost Cantina. Like, that is crazy. My zero cost Cantina gave me 2 coins, a 2 attack, and while it was still in play, 1 additional damage. That's crazy. This salvage guy I got, right? 1 cost card, I upgraded it. He was doing 8 damage, 2/4 damages each turn, plus giving me an extra action and giving me money. This guy here, my ally, right? As long as he was in play, when I played him, I got 5 shields. Then when I activated him, I get 5 shields. Like, I was never having to worry about taking damage. Like, I think I just got, again, and this is the thing with any type of deck builder and any type of game where you shuffle cards, the random luck of the draw is I had enough things to make some very powerful cards. And now, did that impact me? Yeah, because I really didn't like this person. Where'd that person go? Where's that person I didn't like? This one, right? Really didn't like this person, right? They were crazy, but like they took 8, I think they were at 7 or 8 attack to get rid of them. So if 3 bosses play the other 2, yeah, I will probably during the Dungeon Crawler Carl campaign, I'll probably play a stream during that week as well, just because Renegade isn't going to send me a copy. I've reached out in the past for coverage stuff. I've covered their games and then told them, hey, look, I've covered your Transformers, I've covered your Power Rangers, I've covered your G.I. Joe, I've covered your, back when they used to have Clank, back when they used to have Empires of the North Sea. Like, we covered so many Renegade games, and every time I've reached out, they're like, well, we don't we don't have a content creator program. I don't know if that's changed over the years, but like that was a couple years ago, and I stopped reaching out to them. But yeah, the difficulty, I don't know, David. I mean, I don't know how difficult the other ones would be. And I think that's really the thing with the difficulty as a whole. It's a deck builder game, right? I can play a boss in Marvel Legendary and take him out like in 3 seconds. I can play that exact same setup and go through the entire deck and not be able to win because you can't get the right cards at the right time. So that randomness factor that exists in the card game and in your deck building and what you're going to draw at a particular turn does still play a factor. This one, though, there isn't any draw, right? And that's kind of unique. You know what you're going to get because you can defeat the things to get those things, right? And when you're building your deck, you get to choose from your 3 cards to pick what do you need this turn to do something. So that's very unique in the way that works. Fun at 2. Didn't play it as a 2-player game. There are 2-player rules. I don't know what the difference of the 2-player rules are, but I did it. I did enjoy this at a solo game. I could see this being... I was going in very pessimistic on it because like everybody's, when everybody says such great things about a thing, you're like, is it really going to be that good? I see this as being a great game and I'd love to play it. But unfortunately for me, after I play all 4 bosses, or all 3 bosses, I don't know if it would be fun anymore, right? The benefit of like Marvel Champions, Marvel Legendary, and even Astro Knights now is there's so many bosses and so much more variety. You do have extra characters, but honestly, the characters to me, they usually don't play different enough to make that a continued fun thing, right? Because again, yeah, I've got my initial starting cards, but everything else is going to be the same no matter who I play, right? It's going to be this deck of cards that is out here in the row. I have to see if there's fan content for the 4th boss. I don't know if anybody's made any content yet. I mean, this is still really new. This just delivered, I think, last year, and it's been out of stock everywhere. The reprint is just now happening. So don't know if there's been that much fan stuff. And again, with the new Dungeon Crawler Carl content coming out, people probably aren't looking to do that right now. I don't know. The theme. So again, I like this one in terms of the theme because I was playing the story boss, which made me go on like a little adventure. I like that. It helped with the theme. There is a storybook, which I mentioned at the beginning. I have not read this. I think I will now to get more. So they have built a world, and these different factions have different goals and different objectives. I think that is unique too, is I think as I was looking through, right, as we were getting certain cards did certain things, right? Like the little green men like giving me actions, I noticed, right? The claw guys were the ones that were doing lots of damage. So if you think of like Star Realms, right? Each of your Star Realms, and that's probably where they get this from, each of your Star Realms factions have a very specific way that they play in that particular card style. So I think thematically that all kind of ties in together. The theme is post-apocalyptic future, cyberpunk thing, and I like that theme too. So I mean, that's fine for me as well. But I think that's it. That is it. This is Unstoppable. If you want to see more Unstoppable content, just let me know down in the comments, and I will set up a stream to play the other 2 bosses like David said. You can also tell me in the comments which characters I should play out of all of the characters, because again, I do have the what was it called, the Tyrant's End expansion, so I have both those characters, which I played it on the stream. But that's it. That's all. That's in for today. Tomorrow I will be playing Legendary. Star Realms did good with cards getting bonuses for having the same faction. Yeah, this is doing the same thing. This is doing really the exact same thing. So maybe it was my Star Realms video. I want to think it was my Invincible. So I would say, David, if somebody likes Star Realms and somebody likes like Astro Knights, or what was Astro Knights based off of? Whatever it was based off of, you'd probably like this because it has that boss battler aspect of Astro Knights, and it has that faction building of like Star Realms. So yeah, but yeah, Legendary tomorrow. Gonna do a true solo. Somebody left in a comment they wanted to see a true solo, so we're gonna go up against some zombies. Friday, I am off for my birthday, so we're going to do a longer stream of Marvel Champions. Friday night, it's over there, so I can't grab it. Me and Audrey are going to be doing Cozy Sticker Town. Saturday, I have Labyrinth set up tentatively. I may move it or may not do it. I don't know. Because again, I don't want to play with an unpainted game, but it is what it is. So that is it. That is the week. Thanks, David, for coming out and joining me. Make sure you go down below, click the link, donate to Extra Life. That are Los Niños. Until next time, guys. Peace.